All right, welcome back to my channel, Fear of the Northman. Monday's episode, we're going to talk about some concepts of money and just personal concepts in general. This video is going to be a little different because I want to make sure that I'm clear with my intention on this video, with my intention for this channel on this video. I want to empower people with entrepreneurial concepts, help people believe they can make it. I've made it. I was at a job that, although it was a great place to work, it ultimately wasn't for me. And taking a step and moving out and doing my own business has created great freedom and really a higher level of wealth for my family and I. And so I believe that if I can do it, you can do it. But something I want to get across, I don't know if I've said it or not in any of the videos yet, so I want to make sure that I said it today. I will not discuss politics on this channel. I'm never going to really comment on any of that. My goal is for those of you that are watching, is that you won't even know what my politics are. I believe in today's time, in today's society, politics serve only to divide and to distract. And I think that whatever side of the aisle you're on, you would agree with that. All the while we're arguing amongst ourselves about issues that may or may not be relevant or pertinent. Wealth is being sent to the top, and more importantly, we're just missing out on seeing and viewing opportunities that are available to us with the gifts and skills and talents that are within us, coupled with as well just not making connections in our local community. At some point I'm going to do a video on my BNI group as well as my Lions group I'm a part of, and just the power of connecting with people who are like-minded and what that can do for you. But today what I wanted to talk about, after stressing that I'm not going to get political and hopefully you'll never know what my politics are, I did want to touch on one thing. Without trying to be political, I do want to say this. We are the economy. Not Wall Street, not big banks, not multinational companies. We are. I think Americans still consume around, like 70% of the world's goods. It's shockingly high. We are the economy, and in some cases, we are the global economy in some ways. Obviously, there's other factors to that. There's other nations that are also first world that have a lot of buying power as well. But it's the American citizen that is the economy. It's the American citizen that is the financial heartbeat of Amazon, Kroger, any large company you can think of, Chase. We are it. I think if we're going into any situation in today's time, hoping that some president or some political party will rectify for us the problems of our own life and or create opportunity for us, I think is a defeated way of thinking. Again, I'm not trying to be political, I'm trying to keep it about you and I. Yes, I do understand the value of trade deals. I do understand the importance of leadership in society. We have to have that. But ultimately, if we are not taking control of our own lives to the greatest degree that we can, we are failing as we are waiting. We're waiting for someone to make America great again. We're waiting for someone to pay off our student loan debt or increase equity for all. We're waiting for someone else or something else to step in and solve our problems, as opposed to us taking the reins of control and doing our best to solve the problems that we can within our own power, within our own might, to the greatest degree that we can. I really want to encourage you guys with this. If you want greater equity for all, start with yourselves. Create equity within yourself, with a business, with higher education, and a higher education that creates a skill set. There's a lot of educational degrees out there that you can go learn about with a $1.50 library card. Don't do that. Go get a skill set. Go get a tool that you have in your toolbox that increases your viability in the marketplace. If you're waiting for someone to make America great, to make America great again, I would say, why don't you make America great again? It's always up to us anyways. No one can you can't legislate thought, you can't legislate how people want to live. People are ultimately going to think and feel what they're going to think and feel. It's you and I that can change hearts and minds, okay? And one of the ways we can do that, believe it or not, is if we are financially solvent and we are not stressed and our back isn't against the wall. We have so much more power and so much more might as individuals when we're not in survival mode, when we're not in shark mode, just starving to eat, trying to get our next meal, hoping we can make it. That's a fact. And we have to take control of our money. We have to take control of our budget. We have to take control of ourselves and really position ourselves to be as strong and as powerful as we can so that we can be the greatest influence on our families first and then our communities second. This is what it's going to take. I would encourage you, stop following all this social media stuff with the news that's horribly biased, etc., etc. I'm going to do a video at some point on quantitative easing, but there's a Twitter feed who was blaming President Trump for that. And I'm not disparaging Trump, nor am I saying that that's good that he's doing that. But the fact of the matter is, quantitative easing actually started in the second term of President Obama. So there are issues in America that we have that, regardless of the presidency, regardless of the political party that's in control, they supersede all of that. And really, we're the answer for it. Us becoming financially powerful, solvent, building wealth and legacy for our children and our grandchildren, we are the solution for the problems of today and the problems of the future. At some point, we have to get that as Americans, and I believe that my generation, I believe millennials, for all the flack that we get, I think we are poised to do it. I really do. We have to step up and be stronger, but I believe that we can actually take the reins of this nation back by controlling our finances and controlling who we spend our money with. I know that our vote's important and we should vote, but the truth is we have immediate, destructive, and life-giving power right here today, right now, with our dollar. If you don't like what's going on at Amazon, don't shop there. I have a friend of mine. He's in a little bit of a different position than most people. He can afford to do this, but he will go and only buy quality goods that are made in America. He has deerskin gloves for when he rides his motorcycle. He specifically buys right, if you will, so that he doesn't have to buy again. And he loves investing his money into American products that are American made. Now, I understand he is in a position that's different from a lot of people. He can do that. But that is one way in which he affects our community and our nation for the better, by putting his dollar back into the community, locally and nationally, within the American community. Not a conglomerate that's based overseas where all the money just goes there, or all the money just goes to an offshore account where it builds tax-free, but it's circulating back into society. Now, whether you can or cannot do that isn't really what I'm saying right now. I'm pointing out that's our power right now as Americans, and we still have it, thankfully. But we need to focus on that. Who we spend our money with, who we give our hard-earned dollars to, is everything. If you don't like a business model, don't go to it. It's that simple. If you think a company needs to do a better job with paying their employees and having better benefits, let people know. Don't spend your money with them until they change. We have vast, vast power as Americans with our money. It's literally a freeing mechanism for both us and the nation if we can just get our stuff together. I think right now, most accounts don't even have $1,000 in them. Most savings accounts don't even have $1,000 in America. And yes, I understand that there are situations where readily available income with benefits and good wages that we had of yesteryear are gone. I understand that, and that is a struggle that we have to work out as Americans for sure. But the fact that most savings accounts don't even have $1,000 in America shows that we aren't doing the best we can with what little we have. Yes, I believe we do deserve more. Yes, I believe we should reach for more. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we have to do the best we can with what we have. That's how we take control. I spoke to my old teacher the other day in the gym. 70 years old, still in the gym, looking great, strong. We were talking about just some of this stuff too. He told me when he and his wife first bought their house, literally all they bought was a house. They had very little furniture. I think all they had at the time was a bed in their bedroom. And they just built and added to their wealth as they could within their means. They didn't come out of college with their first job thinking that, hey, I should be able to have everything I want. They understood that things take time. We have to come back to that truth. We have to come back to that logic, not because we have to suffer and we have to have a hard life and just trudge through this existence, not because of that, but the reason we have to come back to that logic is that once we really accept that things take time to build, we are actually then in the driver's seat. We're not just being pulled to and fro to buy this, to go here, to get another loan for whatever reason. We're not doing that. We're saying, you know what? No, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna live within my means. I'm gonna build my wealth successfully, and in doing so, we become a person of power and might, whether you realize that or not. I have a friend of mine who it's an amazing story, but basically when he was in middle school, his parents were already debt free. Hilarious story. Around that time, Dave Ramsey was starting to grow and develop, obviously, to what he is now today. And my friend's father was at work, and one of his coworkers came in and said, "Hey, have you heard of this Dave Ramsey guy? It's amazing. He has this great idea. When you pay off one small debt, you add that payment to another one, and it's called a debt snowball." And it was funny because his father said later, he thought to himself, "You mean people don't know how to do that?" My friend's mother and father had made the choice that they were going to be debt-free. They were going to live within their means, and they were going to have everything available to them that they could within their means. And that gave them a position of strength and power that his coworker didn't have. I'm telling you guys, we are the answer. We are the answer. Don't wait on a political party. Don't wait on a candidate. Don't wait on anything. Focus on yourself. Focus on your wealth. Focus on building legacy. If we all do that, we can literally rectify all of the wrongs of America and really the direction that we're going in that may not be the best one for everyone. We can rectify it overnight, but it first starts with us. I can't stress that enough. It starts with us. If you want to get healthier, it starts with your diet. If you want to look better, it starts with you going to the gym. If you want to have more money, it starts with you budgeting and finding ways to earn more money. It starts with you. You are the solution for you, but not only you, you are the solution for us, for everyone. I am the solution for myself and for everyone. And what we have to do is empower ourselves to the greatest degree that we can. This is kind of a motivational video this morning, and I apologize if that's for Wednesday, but this has been on my heart, and I really wanted to get this stressed to us. With these elections coming up and all the primaries and everything going on, or the debates, we're so focused on the wrong things. Focus on wealth. Focus on your family. Invert that. Focus on your family. Focus on wealth. Focus on yourself. That's where your power is. That's where your mechanism of strength lies. Not in a political party, not in a candidate, not in libertarianism where there's no regulations, and not in socialism where that's all it is. That's not where your power lies. Your power lies in you and in your family and what you can do together. Let's go. We're going to win together.